All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Thursday, March 8th, 2018. All right, so today the moon is shifting into deep Scorpio and then into a fucus going into the weekend. So the part of the sky which is about getting into the deeper aspects of life. This could be with ourselves personally. Great time for becoming aware of any fears we may have, traumas, deep things that do come up with the moon here that we can essentially accept. And it's through that acceptance we transform and heal. On relationships, maybe a bit of openness there. So great time for vulnerability in our relationships, which then of course leads to building trust in them. So Jupiter is going retrograde in Libra. Speaking of relationships going into tomorrow, now Jupiter retrograde is going to help us for about the next 4 months reconsider what we have been learning about relationships, specifically this year in 2018. So this has been a great time of learning about relating, the importance of reciprocity, give and take, all of this. So now this reconsideration up until about July 10th. All right, so that's the major things going on today. We also have the moon scoring up to Neptune. So let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. Now, as a reminder, this video and this channel is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. Also, by the way, there are still maybe 1 or 2 spots left open in the workshop. So if you're interested in the weekly workshop, do check the link down below for that as well. All right, so yeah, let's have a look here at this Thursday. The moon is going to be well set in deep Scorpio. The moon, which is our feelings, coming into the part of the chart where a lot of this does become exposed. The deeper feelings, the things that maybe we've hidden this past month or these past 30 days since the moon was here. So going within, seeing what does come up to the surface, and essentially having acceptance does lead to the feeling of transformation, feeling of healing, and what is, meant to be accepted and become more aware of during this time. So it could be fears, right? It could be traumas. We all have traumas, right? Deep things that we can become more aware of. Now, this could be involving relationships with Jupiter going retrograde. So on that level, vulnerability in relationships is excellent, right? Letting those walls come down, building that openness, and through that, the trust in relationships from that vulnerability. All right, and we do have Mars, by the way, going over the galactic center as we approach the weekend. So there is this transformation taking place with the masculine side of ourselves and collectively. Just a heads up. I'll make probably, yeah, for the weekend video tomorrow, I'll do, specific analysis of this. But yeah, do keep in mind there is this subtle shift now of perhaps being non-attached to our personal needs and in a way allowing our egos to die, the masculine side of our egos, the things we want, right? Our personal needs, our desires, right? Having non-attachment to that allows for that transformation. So we'll look at that for the weekend forecast, but that is starting to get closer there. All right, so in terms of the aspects, as you can see here, the most important thing is this Jupiter going retrograde going into tomorrow. So slowing down, going station. And so for the next 4 months up until around July 10th, when Jupiter will go direct, it will be a great time for now reconsidering some of these opportunities that we've seen here in 2018. So what I'll do for this video as a special thing here is down in the comment section, I'll list what house this will be for each of the different signs. So again, it's for sidereal, so make sure you're looking it up for your sidereal sign, but that'll give you some insight in regards to what is being reworked now, what is being reconsidered with this Jupiter retrograde. But collectively for all of us, it does have to do with this Libra energy of essentially finding balance in our life. So like I said, it could be involving relationships, now this reconsideration about that, about what we've been learning about them, relating, right? That reciprocity, give and take, mutuality, right? But even in our personal life, just all in all, what can we bring back into balance? This is also great to reconsider for about the next 4 months. So great with that. There could be that pause. And again, also just generally reconsidering what has been an opportunity in 2018 that you've been more open-minded about, and it's probably multiple things. But what has been opportunities, now good to go back and rework, redo, right? Rethink, re-examine, even re-examine our belief systems. Are we open-minded, right? Because that's what brings in the opportunities with Jupiter, with that side of ourself. Being open-minded to possibilities and potentials, right? So this sort of reworking to our belief systems, to our worldview in many ways for these upcoming months. All right, so yeah, that's slowly shifting. The actual shift will be going into the weekend, but definitely starting to slow down and go retrograde here this Thursday. So along with that, the moon is going to be squaring up to Neptune on a minor note, maybe in the later part of the day. Nothing major here, but maybe just bringing some extra conscious attention to the present moment. Maybe doing the work to relax, as paradoxical as that might sound, but maybe things like meditation, relaxation, maybe healthy habits to help us get into that present moment, be receptive. It can be great with the moon square up to Neptune. All right, and then of course, as a reminder, we still do have the sun finishing up Aquarius. Great to be focused on our individualism right now. What gives us a sense of freedom, of being our true self. And as a result of that, where can we give and contribute perhaps to our communities, our network circles. And Mercury and Venus still in Pisces, so there still is this watery energy with Mercury, allowing the mind to be present, surrendering what's outside of our control, and through that, listening to our intuition, our inner guidance to gain insight, right? Because there's this haze, this sort of oceanic energy that our minds are under right now, with Mercury debilitated in Pisces right now. But with Venus, Venus is exalted in Pisces, so we can actually be enjoying a bit of receptivity, perhaps, in those relationships, and just enjoying a bit of the easygoingness, going with the flow, the ebb and flows of life, right? All right, so that's the backdrop. And then, of course, the moon in Scorpio, the theme of the day, particularly the depth being exposed, the feelings, deeper things being exposed for that acceptance, which does lead to healing and transformation. All right, so have a fantastic day, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for the weekend forecast tomorrow. Take care.